thought you were going down into the mining tunnels.
Welcome back, and what you just heard was our first bit of cut content where Atton actually says stuff. It used to be you would see the dialogue, but you'd never get sound with it, so for right now we're going down to the mining tunnels. Word of warning, I actually despise this place, only because it used to scare me as a kid, and now they're just dark and depressing. But what can we do?
Can you read me?
Barely. There's a lot of static.
There's a lot of interference down there, probably caused by that explosion. Still, it looks like there's a route down to the Peragus fuel depot. If the passages haven't collapsed, that explosion knocked out most of the sensors. There should be an emergency crate in the next room. Watch yourself. There's a lot of droid broadcasts in that area, but I can't pin them down.
I'll be careful. You detect anything, signal me.
Will do. And be careful down there.
Yeah, it gets a little fun. Oh, minor uniform. We actually get clothes. We're gonna equip this. Oh wait, not gloves, you want survey gear. So, I have a minor uniform reskin. It's basically the electro mesh armor, but I think it looks much cooler. And then we have the safety harness equipped, which gives us more skill with demolition so we can take out some mines. And we get an awareness boost from the survey gear because we need to spot them.
Find the emergency supplies?
Yeah, and it looks like there's some clothes in here.
About time. The whole half-naked Jedi thing was wearing a little thin. But there may be some survey gear and a safety harness inside the crate, too. The miners wear them when staking claims on the asteroids. The survey gear is designed to spot and protect you against sonic mines. And the safety harness can be helpful if you try to disarm them.
There's some kind of mining energy shield in this crate, too.
Yeah, it's like a military-issue energy shield, except it's designed to protect the miners against lasers and heat. Should work against the droid mining lasers. It won't last forever, and certainly not against multiple laser hits. But it may buy you some time if you get ambushed by a battalion of droids.
Sounds useful. How do I use it?
Just equip it on your wrist, and then you can activate it like a med pack. Again, it won't last forever, so make it count.
Understood. Anything else?
Just one more thing. I've narrowed down some of the ID signals, and if the numbers are right, you're sharing those tunnels with a battalion of mining droids.
Can I sneak by them?
You could, if you have the skill in a stealth field generator. These droids rely on thermal sensors, primarily to detect fuel deposits. The good thing is, that explosion down there kicked up so much heat and steam it may blind them. A bit, but not much.
I'll do that. Anything else?
There's gotta be some central controller down there. See if you can find a terminal by the main access shaft. That'd be governing intelligence.
See, okay, tell me if you all think this is weird. Atton is not supposed to be a miner. He says, do I look like some miner? And yet he knows so much about this facility. I don't know, that drives me a little nuts.
Watch where you step. Picking up a lot of sonic mines down there. Don't run unless you have to. Makes them harder to spot. If you have any skill with demolitions, you might be able to recover them and use them against the droids. That is, if the mines don't get you first. If you have survey gear or a safety harness, put them on. They'll make spotting and disarming the sonic charges a little easier.
Why are there so many charges down here?
Those mining droids, especially the excavator models, are designed to arm and set sonic charges for mining. Chances are if they still had charges after they went rogue, then they may have set them to try and kill the miners. And you, if you see one of those excavators, watch out. They may use their undeployed charges as projectiles.
Understood. By and heart out. That dialogue option never changes. Atton will give you advice. Unless you say you don't want it, he'll keep coming back with good helpful tips if you haven't played this game before. Oh, no, we want to recover it because we can use them later. We want to collect these as much as possible. And you want to get as many parts as you can, because many of the computer options here ask for either parts or spikes. And you're going to get a lot of parts. So Well, guys, if you would hold on for just 1 minute, I'm gonna actually make something. I'm gonna make this game go back to what it's supposed to be doing with the frame rate. Right now, I'm getting abysmal frame rates, so hold on for a minute. Alright, welcome back. I actually cannot fix this issue. I am thinking it's something to do with my computer, either running too hot, or just the amount of stuff in this area. So we're gonna make do with what we will. And there are some areas in this game where, yeah, the frame rate is gonna get abysmal just because of the way it runs. But... oh my gosh, Squall. Oh my god, what the heck? There we go. You want to save your grenades for big groups, like we're about to come up from. Like, this I wouldn't... I mean, unless they keep doing this, then yeah, but a good way to do it is toss them at the maintenance drones. Because those little buggers will try and repair the mining droids, like that one almost did. Oh my gosh. And they are a pain in the ass to try and destroy. Will you freaking die already? God! There you go. Oh. Yeah, they do kill you, so we're gonna repeat. The maintenance drones do damage you if you destroy them. Like when you destroy them, they do damage you. I think it is stupid, but that's just me. So we're gonna approach this a little more smart. We're gonna equip our mining energy shield. There. Let's get this little bugger out of the way. There we go. And yeah, when they can kill the droids if they do explode. Oh, we made a level up. Mining shield, medpack, repair kit. And for some reason we have 10 of the warp bands. I have no idea how that happened. Alright, so here is the superheated tunnel. There's a reason we now have force speed. As you're about to see in a minute.
Out. That explosion has superheated the tunnels ahead. That steam will cook the skin off your bones. If you can find a mining energy shield, switch it on. It should protect you against the heat if you move quickly enough.
Understood. Lionheart out. I like hearing his advice. He has really good advice. So. Alright, force speed is our only way to get through. Because it will cook the skin off your bones. And cover some mines. Alright, let me recover it first. There we go. Wow, that was bad. There we go. Yeah, on occasion, sometimes if you are fighting and you try to pick up a mine, the mine will blow up by accident. You won't get a lot of damage, but you will get some. Like right here would be a good case to use a detonator. Just use it on that drone. We're gonna level up Persuade, get computer going. And we're gonna get HaVoKeR as a class skill, and definitely affect mine. Why? Because that opens up the door for a force persuasion.
You're getting close to something big. I think it's the main ventilation shaft. So the central droid controller should be somewhere nearby. Keep an eye out for it. I'm picking up a lot of droids. If you still have a mining energy shield, I'd equip it and switch it on.
There aren't just mining droids down here. There are sensor balls too.
Sensor? It must be maintenance drones. Watch out. Those little pests will try to repair the mining droids if you don't gun them down first. Still, it's odd they're still active after the explosion. They don't have the same shielding as the mining droids. Be careful of those droids. I don't like this.
Alright, keep me posted. Alright, so here is an easy way to make sure the droids do not kill you, but you can still kill them for experience. And that's by raising the temperature, so doing that blinds them, and it makes it so easy to kill them because they can't hit you back. Alright, so we're gonna shut down the containment fields. So apparently, actually, we were not supposed to do that because that's where the explosion energy is coming from. So yeah, we're really the cause of that. See what I mean? They can't harm you. Stay still, you little spider. Now, what would a mining droid be doing with credits? Hey, experience is great when you need it. Alright, come here, you little bugger. For God's sake, hold still, you piece of crap. Always check for corpses? That just sounds wrong. Right, will he stay still like a good droid? Yes, he will. Okay, so you can use mines on doors if you want to pick their locks, and that actually, and I would save them for canisters though, just so that way, because if you do damage the lock on there with mines, it doesn't actually destroy the items inside. But we have our trusty plasma torch for that. Haha! And more mines. Okay, our frame rate's starting to go back up. I'm guessing because we're in a smaller area. Oh, I need a new laptop. What do you guys think I should get for a new laptop? I'm thinking about getting the MSI GS63 VR. But I'm going to get a Skylake model just because it's cheaper with a 1060. Leave in the comments what do you guys think I should get. Alright, nothing went through there already. Okay.
Yeah, picking up some strange readings. What are you doing down there?
Trust me, whatever you've detected, it's probably my fault. I didn't do it, I swear.
The fields and the mining tunnels are shutting down. You need to get out of there before they vent fuel to the surface of the asteroid through the tunnels.
Great. How much farther is the exit?
Keep it contained until you get the turbo lift to the fuel depot, but not for much longer. I'm locking down the turbo lift to the administration section now to keep the blast from spreading. If you've got anything left to do down there, make it quick, because where you are is going to get real hot real soon.
It really doesn't. There is no time limit. I always thought there was, but I mean, you just have to wait until you get to the exit, and that's when it'll do its thing. Oh, this does blind the sensor drones too, so that's a plus. And if you do attack while you're getting a mine, the attack will take precedence, so you will not be able to take the mine up until after the battle is done. So, I don't think I asked this. What are your all's thoughts on the original Knights of the Old Republic versus this one? I prefer this one just because, I mean, it feels more personal for your character, because your character's not, like, even though you are a general who fought under Revan, you're not the baddest Sith Lord. Like, you're not creating a programmed identity. You're you. You actually make your own character in this one, I feel. And now, with restored content, this game is incredible. Without it, I mean, it was still my favorite just because you had extra force powers, but oh my god, was there a plethora of bugs. Alrighty, and we're gonna take the turbo lift and get the hell out of here. Leroy Jenkins! Okay, this bugged me. This changes the mining uniform for everyone except his corpse. He's the only one to have a different corpse. And I have no idea what the model is for that.
How may I be of assistance?
Okay, first off, if you know this game, and you know the first one but you haven't played this one, this is not HK-47. How do you know me? I'm not your master.
I am a survivor of the Harbinger, just as you were, Master. With the unexpected termination of my previous master, you are the only organic which I may now serve.
Who was your previous master?
The captain of the Harbinger, Master. I was in transit to Telos to facilitate communications and terminate hostilities. However, we did not arrive at our intended destination.
What happened?
Answer. Oh, Master, it is such a long, dull story, and not terribly relevant to our current situation.
Why don't you tell me anyway?
That has been the subject of considerable discussion since our arrival here, Master. Many have attempted to claim you and this unit as salvage. I was crudely interrogated concerning our brief history together on board the Harbinger, before its communications, weapons, and engines suffered the cascade failure that disabled the ship.
How come I don't remember any of this?
It is possible you were incapacitated and locked in the well-shielded cargo compartment as the Harbinger was being systematically crippled, Master.
Incapacitated?
Yes, Master. No doubt the flurry of destruction on board the Harbinger somehow drugged you into a stupor from which you could not awaken. Most curious.
Yeah, he's a protocol droid whose English is very well. He uses a lot of he has a big vocabulary, considering he can speak over 600,000 forms of communication, because C-3PO can speak 6 million. Or was it 600 million? I can't remember. Yeah, well. Drugged? What do you mean, drugged?
Merely a turn of phrase, Master. The implication that your state was due to the result of ingesting large quantities of Juma juice was unintentional. I meant to communicate only that you were somehow rendered unconscious
next?
Following the unusual set of coincidences that led to the cascade failure in the Harbinger systems, we were boarded by a small freighter with unknown ID codes. It appeared that this freighter had been attacked, and the captain wanted to study it. This freighter appeared to be still spaceworthy. Your cargo compartment was breached, and you were taken on board the freighter shortly before the Harbinger systems began to go critical. I, too, managed to board the freighter before the Harbinger's destruction. We were most fortunate to have survived, Master.
Any idea what attacked the small freighter?
Master, I do not know. Judging from the damage, it had been attacked by a much larger vessel. And when it attempted to escape the Harbinger with you on board, it was fired on again. Addendum. It does seem odd that such a small vessel has a high probability of attracting the attention of much larger vessels. Not a welcome trait in a freighter, to be sure.
What was this freighter that the Harbinger brought on board?
I believe it was a smuggler's vessel by the name of the Ebon Hawk. Speculation. As to its purpose, I do not know. Perhaps it was always its intention to play dead, then kidnap you off the Harbinger and rob me of my bounty.
Bounty?
By bounty, I refer to your life, Master. It would pain me to see you damaged in any way. That is why the arrival of this Ebon Hawk caused me considerable distress.
And the Ebon Hawk came here?
My memory core cannot provide a clear answer on that point, Master. Suffice to say that once we arrived at this floating rock, our situation became much clearer. Explanation.
How so?
Despite my market value, Master, the miners were far more interested in you. It did not take long for me to ascertain the reason for this. While an HK protocol droid is a valuable piece of property, Jedi are worth much more in certain exclusive markets across the galaxy. Painful admission. I must confess to feelings of inferiority at the speculated difference between my value and the price for your capture. I was forced to remind myself it was not due to a failing of my model or function, but because you were a Jedi.
How did they find out I was a Jedi?
Answer. Why, I told them, Master. You are the exiled Jedi who served with Revan in the Mandalorian Wars, are you not? I hope all that has happened has not been the result of a miscommunication. If so, then the problem lies with the core word databases, which are notoriously spotty.
That information wouldn't have been in the core databases. Only in Jedi
Indignant
archives.
exclamation. Master, I am only a protocol droid, but it is part of my function to know such information and relay it to any interested parties in the interests of terminating any potential hostiles.
Potential hostiles, eh?
Clarification. Apparently my vocabulator has suffered some damage, Master. I meant terminating any potential hostilities.
I see.
Answer.
Go on.
All that has happened has been because they believe you to be a Jedi, Master. They debated what to do with you as you lay unconscious in the medical bay. One group seemed intent on selling you as property. The other group opposed this.
Then what happened?
Hours after the division between the miners became apparent, accidents began to occur throughout the facility. A result of improper maintenance, I believe. These accidents coincided with the degradation of the mining droid behavioral cores. Crude models are prone to such failures, resulting in murderous rampages. The mortality rate of organics in the facility rose quickly.
So what happened to the rest of the miners?
Began to join you in the medical bay as a cascade of flawlessly timed detonations occurred in isolated gas pockets in the lower levels of the facility. The explosions herded the miners into emergency sections of the station, quickly and efficiently cutting them off from communications and facility control. But sadly enough, not the ventilation systems.
Sadly enough.
You see,
What do you
the
mean?
explosions had damaged specific
Are there any left alive?
I do not know, Master. Ironically enough, any miner that fled to the dormitory level to protect themselves from the droids and the explosions would find themselves in a gas-filled death trap.
Then I need to get in there and rescue them.
Hardly any miners remain alive. As I said, the dormitory has been cut off from the rest of the facility, as has the hangar bay. There is no escape.
Can we try to contact them using a comm link?
Unfortunately, communication with the dormitory section is severed, Master. It is perhaps for the best, especially if any other accidents have occurred in that section. If that were the case, the severed comm link would have spared us the satisfaction of hearing the miners' screams as they lived out their last moments in fear and terror.
There must be another way.
You could walk across the surface of the asteroid to the dormitory airlock, but such a route would be extremely hazardous, and I do not wish to see you damaged.
Those miners could be hurt or in danger. We must make sure they're all right.
Master, continued exploration of this facility may place you in unnecessary danger. I encourage you to return to the medical bay and wait for retrieval from a vessel that is no doubt on the way, even as we continue this pointless conversation.
I'm going to find those miners, and you're going to help.
Resignation. Very well, Master, but there is very little that I can do. You see, the airlock is sealed by a code.
This just keeps getting better and better. Who's got the damn code?
Oh, I already possess the code, Master, but I am afraid that it will do you no good. Condescending explanation. Master, the console governing the droid maintenance area and the airlock is voice-printed musing. In the last days of his life, the maintenance officer was quite careful about voice protocols, bordering on paranoid obsession, conjecture. I suspect once he realized something was wrong in the facility, he voice-locked the droid bay functions, a prudent measure, but in the end, he met the same fate as the rest of the organics.
You said you already have the code.
Explanation. Oh, yes, Master. The code is Maintenance Control Voice Print ID R1B5. But unless the maintenance officer speaks the code, it is useless.
Then how can I bypass the voice print?
Master, you cannot. You are trapped here just as I am. There is nothing to do, except patiently wait for whatever the future has in store for us.
Never mind then. I'll be going. Okay, so that was a lot of back history, and I think we're going to end it off there so that way you guys have time to sort through that. We will pick it up, trying to find the way to get around the voice print ID on the next part. Until then, this will be Lionheart signing.